eat like a local. This restaurant has been on top of mind for me for quite some time. Why? North China, Mandarin cuisine, off of I-10, Highway 6. A lot of Korean influence that goes into this menu, and I just didn't quite understand. So I came to eat, fantastic. But you know what? I'm getting black bean noodles and kimchi and American Chinese. You know what? We just need to sit down with Fred, the third generation owner. Let's go ahead and check it out. Cool fish too. Fred, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I mean, this restaurant's been here
50 years next year.
50 years?
50 years, yeah. So we're keeping it going.
You know, I was scrolling Instagram one night and I went down this rabbit hole of different places, and then all of a sudden this restaurant popped up. And I was like, North China. Well, that's a name.
Yeah.
And then I started looking through it, and I started looking at the menu, and I was like, these are influences that you don't normally see. How did this restaurant get started?
So initially, my grandparents came over in '74, brought the whole family with them from Seoul, Korea. They showed up to China Garden. That was their first kind of gig. Whole family kind of worked there. 2 years later, '76, they started their own spot, North China restaurant, down on Frostwood and Kings Ride, next to the Golden City Mall.
And then moved here in
2008.
And so it's right off of Highway 6 and I-10. As I start looking into the menu, and the first thing that I see is kimchi. How does that come to be?
This is something that I have to tell a lot of people. We're ethnically Chinese people from Korea.
Your grandfather was born in China?
Was born in China, was sent away because of war or some strife to Korea to live with like friends of family. Started cooking food that the Koreans recognize as Chinese food, when kimchi is a big part of that.
Similar to General Tso's here is...
Yeah, so Chinese American food, General Tso's chicken, people think that's Chinese food here, but it's clearly a Chinese American thing. And so the kimchi is basically Korean Chinese food, if that makes sense.
It does, it does.
So the original clientele of our restaurant was just Korean people. That's how we branched out. '76, everybody eating in here was a Korean person, basically. And we kind of branched out from there. American people came in. And the funny thing was, as far as the Chinese American stuff on our menu, my grandpa just copied his buddy's menu out in California. And then that's kind of what the Western clientele started eating.
When did you become a role in this?
So actually the timeline is grandparents, then...
Because 50 years is a big timeline.
Yeah. My uncles all had a hand in this at some point too, about 20 years of the history. I personally came into the picture about 8 years ago. That was just after a stint in Austin, kitchens in Austin. Came in here with the intention of taking over, but my dad wouldn't leave for, another 4 years after that. I gotta keep it going. It's a testament to my grandparents' legacy. Them busting their butts when they came here and kind of carving a name out for themselves. A way for our family to kind of anchor ourselves in this country.
Does your family still come in and eat?
Oh yeah, every week. Every week, yeah. We're still eating our favorites.
What are the ones that you were like, man, these are the dishes?
Oh man, the sizzling rice soup, I eat that all the time. So this is a bunch of veggies, shredded cabbage, carrots, wood ear mushroom, shrimp, pork, and a light chicken broth. And then we flash fry dehydrated rice to make this kind of crispy puffed rice. It's the residual oil in there that reacts with makes that sizzling sound.
I mean, just the crispy rice just gives it that toasty nutty.
Yeah.
It's just an insane flavor.
It's great.
It's so good. And this is the small.
This is the small. Yeah, it's meant to be shared with multiple people.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna get other dishes going.
Let's go.
Sweet.
So this was the thing that really sparked my eye, right? Was the kimchi.
First thing on the menu.
Yeah. But it's so fresh and so light.
So in China, when they eat, they call it pao cai, which is just like pickled veggies, right?
Yeah.
This is like pao cai, but with the Korean kimchi paste in there. So it's awesome.
All right, and so talk to me.
This is actually, my dad came up with it. He thought it was a great idea to make our little fillet of fish over here. But this is the Beijing fish buns, fried white fish. We'll stir fry it in a garlic soy reduction with some onions and chili peppers.
There's a reason why things get stuffed into bao buns.
Yes, yeah. Right. Nice, fluffy. It's just a little bit sweet too.
You should sell 1,000 of these a day. If this is just the beginnings of things, this whole restaurant, it's telling the story, but as a very unique subset of culture too.
Yes, yeah. When we first got here, it was all Cantonese restaurants. So that's why we got all the Korean people to show up to our old restaurant, and that was what we got our start on.
Why the name North China?
We're from northern China.
That's it. All right, that's all I needed to know.
That's literally it.
This is fantastic.
Right on. We're gonna have the fish dumplings up next.
Okay.
You see a lot of pork, veggie dumplings maybe.
Pork,
but
chicken, veggie.
yeah, this is something we've always done. My grandparents always made this. It's very simple, just white fish, chives, and season it from there. One thing that they've always done is they dip it in the hot mustard. And this is a serrano chili relish that we serve alongside it as well.
I can feel that right now.
Yeah, it's good, man.
That is pretty bang.
Get it from the Houston Farmers Market down there.
That is awesome.
Chef, I'm gonna send out the rest of the 4 dishes now.
Let's go, baby.
We have our Chinese-Korean dishes, Korean-Chinese dishes. The jjajangmyeon, the jampong, which is a seafood noodle soup.
Go back to the jjajangmyeon.
The jjajangmyeon is a fermented black bean noodle. It's like a bolognese. This is a Chinese dish that's been adapted in Korea for the Korean palate, basically. It's a lot different when you get to the mainland. It'll take different variations, but this particular preparation method is very Korean Chinese. So yeah, just onions, white cabbage, cornstarch, black bean paste, and a little bit of chicken stock. The original clientele, Korean people, me, we come in, eat this with some kimchi on the side, that's a meal, you know?
And is this one of your favorites?
This is one of my favorites. This is just what we grew up with.
It has like a depth of flavor that you wouldn't expect. But I think the richness really comes from the black bean paste.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, that just gives it a texture.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can compare it to like miso or something.
Yeah, no.
Right?
I mean, because in essence...
It's also amazing.
Yeah. That is awesome. All right. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Sweet.
This just got sat, but I do want to talk about soup.
Sure.
Oh, man, come on.
So this is jampong, also known as chow ma mian in Chinese. But this is kind of like a seafood chicken stock based soup. Very heavy in the Korean chili flakes.
Yeah, this is gochugaru, right?
Gochugaru, exactly. This, the jjajangmyeon, these are the 2 dishes that we kind of, I guess, made our name on.
All right, let's go over here to this beef.
Honglai beef.
When I was here, I didn't expect this coming, right?
What were you expecting?
Not as crispy.
This is something whenever anyone orders like orange beef, orange beef, or orange chicken or something, I tell them to get this.
Yeah.
This still hits that sweet, acidic mark. Got more garlic in it. So this is what in Korea they would call like gampungi, garlic soy, kind of a vinegary reduction. Actually,
Speechless on that.
thanks, Chef.
If you want to see the heart and soul of this place, after 50 years. 50 years. All right, so
This is a vegan take on another Korean Chinese dish. I just called this gampungi, but this is also the sauce that goes with another type of gampungi. These both sauces, Korean people will identify with the same name. And we have to ask them typically, do you want the orange colored one or you want the dark colored one? But we have, this one is obviously a tofu. This is typically served in a chicken version.
yeah, so good.
Thanks, Chef.
You've answered like why. And that's what I really wanted to know was why North China, why the Korean influence, and now it's all a full circle moment of not just like, yes, this is delicious, but the why is about it.
You can't just eat something not knowing where it came from.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Your grandparents would be very happy with what's happening right now.
They built a lot of trust back in the day with the community, and we're just lucky to kind of reap what they sowed.
This is everything that I love right here. This is why I wanted this show the way it's godly. All right, what to order at North China Restaurant? Get the kimchi, it's bright, it's fresh, the water-boiled fish dumpling, Beijing fish bun, the sizzling rice soup is an absolute must, and then the jjajangmyeon, which is that black bean paste with the noodle, and then the ponglai beef. That was amazing. American Chinese you can get in a lot of places. The Korean influence in the Chinese you don't see too often. Come give this a shot. It is so good. Those little baos with the fried fish and the sweet and hot dressing, the black bean noodles, the soup with the gochugaru, the sizzling rice soup, just go down the list. Very specific to here. Now we're gonna head over to Mala, see the folks in Mala, Sichuan. Let's go eat Sichuan food. Today, eat like a local, Mala Sichuan Bistro. They opened their first restaurant in like 2011 and have really educated consumers all over Houston about Sichuan cuisine. Sichuan, to me, registers in my head as spicy. What I learned, the use of the peppers and the use of the peppercorns, it has flavor. So let's get in and try some dishes. We're gonna talk to Corey. Big fan. So. Corey, thank you so much for sitting with us. And I have so many questions. You guys opened your first one in Bel Air. Mm-hmm. It took over the scene.
Yeah.
Everybody from everywhere was like, gotta have Mala, you know? So you guys got nominated for a Beard Award.
Yes, 2015. I never thought like a regional cuisine could do that.
What got you into it?
After I came to the United States when I was 12, there was a cultural shock. Not just because that the whole I didn't speak English and all of that, but the Chinese food here gave me shock because it was completely different from the Chinese food that we have at home. Yeah. I feel authentic Chinese food is very good. There's a lot of cultural significance. There's a lot of story to tell about them. Why didn't we present those? So I always had that question mark in the back of my head. After graduating college, my dad was kind of like, hey, do you want to open a restaurant? I can help you. I feel like I can do this, so let's do it.
At the time, you didn't see a lot of Sichuan food.
And in that time, most of the Chinese restaurant owners were still older generation. They always have the mentality that Americans are not gonna accept our authentic cuisine. And I thought differently. In all of the different regions of China, they have their own local cuisine.
Yeah.
Sichuan cuisine is like the most widespread one. Sichuan cuisine is all about being spicy and special being numbing and spicy because a lot of food are spicy, but only Sichuan food has a lot of numbing to it as well.
Because that is the Mala.
Yes, that's the Mala food.
Because this isn't just a name, this is a
flavor.
Yes,
it's like the signature flavor of Sichuan cuisine.
It's one of the most addicting styles of food, and I don't know what it is.
I think it's just not boring because there's a Chinese saying, I don't know how to translate, but I'm gonna try to do my best, is that in Sichuan cuisine, if you have 100 dishes, you're gonna get 100 different flavors.
I don't think you could translate that any better. In 2011, when you opened, there was something that you guys did that was different than everybody.
One of the things that helped us to succeed was the effort that we put in to import potent Sichuan peppercorns. Yep. So we went back to China and then went to the farmer's market and pick out the ones that we feel are excellent quality, and then we load the whole entire luggage with them and then bring them back here. And so that's why we're able to create the very authentic, potent Mala flavor.
Well, I think that's what, in 11 when you opened, that's what set it off too. This is the secret. As small as that is, that one little thing can just like give you that numbing sensation and also that very floral flavor. But there's so much more to it, of course.
Yes.
If you were gonna sit down and have dinner.
My favorite is the crispy and spicy chicken.
When you started bringing the peppercorns in, that changed the way people looked at that dish, for sure. And now it's everywhere.
That's our #1 dish throughout all 5 locations.
So it's basically little pieces of just like fried chicken.
And then tossed with dried chilies, peppercorns, and also our fermented brobbing paste.
What are the dishes that you think kind of help balance that meal out?
Okay.
So that you don't get something that just comes in and is like hot, and then like, I can't do this ever again, you know?
Yeah, I would always make sure that they get a variety of different textures. Like some I want them to be dry and fried and crispy, and some need to be saucy or soupy. Also, always, it's a great idea to have something that's a palate cleanser, that's very refreshing, very light. You eat a bite of spicy food, and then you eat this palate cleanser, and then you move to the next spicy dish that's a little bit different in flavor than the first.
This is what you want to see, right? Will you walk me through?
That's spicy and crispy chicken, that #1 dish throughout all locations. Yeah, also my favorite.
A lot of garlic.
Yes, I love the garlic in there too.
And these chilies.
The chilies, you don't eat them. They're there to infuse the oil before you cook it.
You guys let me go back in the kitchen. Like, basically, one person prepping everything and one person just standing in one motion in one spot cooking everything.
Yeah, and we're very fast.
But it's all made to order. It's very fresh.
Yeah.
And then
chili and cucumber sticks. Usually we get that that's like the perfect palate cleanser.
This is the
ants on the tree. It's a very traditional non-spicy dish. Kids love it. Like people of all ages. Love it.
Well, and it's a different texture of noodle because it's the sweet potato noodle.
Yeah, glass noodle.
But as you lift that up,
Yeah.
that is the tree with all of the pieces of pork that represent the ant.
Yes.
So it's one of those very literal
Yes.
translations.
That's the name of in Chinese, like ants going on a tree.
That's awesome. You say kids love it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a kid?
It makes me feel like a kid. Yeah. And then we move into the soup, which you said is a different pepper.
Yes, there's different varieties of peppercorns, Sichuan peppercorns. There's red, there's green peppercorns, and this is lime peppercorns.
It's a fish soup. Put it in your bowl, enjoy it that way, but you like it adding your rice into it,
Yes.
let the rice soak into it.
Yes, yes, yes.
One of my favorite dishes.
Very traditional.
There's only certain ways that I like eggplant, and this is the number one way.
A lot of people say that. Chinese eggplant, the long ones.
Yep.
Yeah, and then fried and then tossed in Sichuan brothing paste. Sour and sweet flavor, and then there's a lot of garlic and ginger in there.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
This is called the king pork hock. It's basically pork hock, which is the pork elbow. We slow cook it and we remove the bone from it.
I don't know if I've ever had this dish.
Yeah, it's one of the newer dishes.
You're
I love
talking
it.
about braised pork, you know.
Yeah.
That's great.
That is the dry pot beef. So we use the hot pot sauce to saute this dish. There's potato, king oyster mushroom, and you're having the lotus root.
You got all the crunchy textures.
Yeah, there's some soft, some crunchy.
You put it out on the table, and you just
thank you.
kind of go at everything, yeah?
Yeah, and I usually, if I'm having this saucy dish, I would do this, some eggplant on my rice, and then I'll just eat this part with the sauce on the rice, so that the rest of the rice is still clean, right?
Yeah.
And then after eating this little part, I will move on to the next one.
I very rarely use a plate. I'm a bowl person.
Yeah, that's the Chinese way of eating.
Okay, good. I'm doing it right.
And usually we have small bowls that just fits in your palm, and then we hold it up and just eat it this way.
Yeah. There is not one thing here that I have said, wow, that's just really spicy.
All the spicy dishes are pleasantly spicy.
Yes, right. This is flavorful, and there's a difference.
And if it gets a little bit overwhelming on your mouth, take a sip of water, beer or Coke, whatever, and then take a bite of this. Take a little break, talk to your friend, and then eat the next spicy dish.
But this is why you go out with friends and family, because you want to have conversation, and you can sit back and take a break and not worry about it. You guys have created a really special place and a very guest-oriented way to help people along their path of learning this style of food. You've nailed it. Literally nailed it.
Thank you.
I love this. All right, what to order at Mala Sichuan? The Dan Dan noodles, the chillin' cucumber sticks, the red oil dumplings, the spicy crispy chicken, the cumin king pork hock. I love the ants on a tree. Sitting and talking to Corey and learning more about the why of Sichuan food and the why that they've done the things that they've done through the wine list, through the menu design. They're doing it right. They're teaching us more about regional Chinese cuisine. That's what you get when you do that. You get a bib gourmand from Michelin that just came to Texas. That's special. 5 locations around city. Get to one, will you? What a good story at Mala. Now we're gonna head over to Duck and Bao. I love Duck and Bao. I think they do a fantastic job. The Peking duck is outstanding. The dumplings are making them to order. They do a lot of Sichuan style dishes too. The food texturally is fantastic. They're nice people. Good cocktails too. Let's go get some duck, maybe some dumplings. You ready? Cool. You walk in, you see it. They're making dumplings right here, and you just gotta start with them. Right here is the pan-fried Wagyu. Look at that. This is not. Yeah, that's amazing. Pork and shrimp shumai, crystal shrimp dumpling or hagao, and then the soup dumpling. Always let them cool just a little bit. Let's go through these. These, the hagao, the crystal shrimp dumpling, they're really hard to make because it's the tapioca starch and the rice flour, but that is perfectly executed. And then the soup dumpling, but that's really fantastic. And then look at this, just a massive, it's ridiculous. That's fantastic. I mean, just ground Wagyu, cooked, seasoned, dumpling skin is perfect. That's pretty stellar. And then the last one, this is shumai. Always one of my favorite. Just pork, shrimp wrapped in to a dumpling skin. That's perfection. Great for lunch, dinner. You ready for some duck? Me too. I mean, Peking duck. Air-dried ducks, season it, and then roast, right? So you get crispy skin, tender meat. It's just delicious. Their house hoisin, a little bit of leek, and then cucumber and their duck sauce. And a lot of places are in one camp or the other, whether it be, let's see what we got. Pancakes, yep, which is just a thin crepe. I like these too, like make your own little rolls, or the bao. For me, like this is like make your own magic, right? A little bit of the hoisin, a little bit of the onion, a couple slices of the cucumber, and then I'll put a couple slices of duck, and then the duck sauce just a little across the top, right? Rolling it up, there you go, right? So you're making your own little perfect bites. Super thin on the pancake, so it's so nice. You get that crisp from the onion, that bite, and then the cucumber is nice and cooling, has a little bit of moisture, and then their house hoisin. And these super hot. Kind of the same thing. You just build your own little snack bite, perfect little sandwiches. I could do this all the time, literally. If you like duck, it's perfect. If you don't like duck, it's still perfect. If you don't know if you like duck, it's perfect. Give it a try. All right, let's order Duck and Bao. Start off with the dumplings, then they get the Peking duck, the crispy, spicy chicken. You can have a cocktail, get yourself a paper crane. Delicious. We just went through 3 different regionally specific Chinese restaurants. Delicious, all in their own rights. It's what our city's about, that you can find these styles of restaurants all over our city. What's next? It's a good question. Let's go find something. How do you want me to start this?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So they were done with it. I'll tone down on the dudes too.
You just waiting?
Whenever you're ready.
These look like the bowls at my house. Crate and barrel.
It is Crate and Barrel.